Peter, what's happening? Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. See, we're looking for subscribers on this channel, and I don't see that you're subscribed, so you definitely want to hit that subscribe button. Then, also, while you're at it, why don't you just go ahead and hit that bell so you know the next time one of these videos are coming out, you know to go ahead and give it a watch, okay? Thanks. Office Space, released in 1999 and is directed by Mike Judge, who has also directed such films like The Honky Problem, Milton, Beavis and Butthead Do America, Idiocracy, and Extract. And this film is starring Ron Livingston, Jennifer Aniston, Stephen Root, Gary Cole, and John C. McGinley. And the reason why we're talking about Office Space today, the biggest Comedy Central film of all time, is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my contributors and supporters of this channel, James Philbury. Thank you very much. This is the last film in your bundle that you sent for me. This has been your week, all week. Thank you very much. And if any of you out there also want to be like James and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the PayPal link that is on the homepage of my YouTube channel and send me your donation. Any size donation will do. Attach your movie recommendation with it, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out here, just like what I did with James Philbury. And James, this is one of the most relatable comedies ever created, which in my opinion makes this one of the greatest comedies of all time. Peter Gibbons absolutely despises his life and the job that he works. So much so that on every day that you ask him how his day is going, he will tell you that it's the worst day of his frickin' life. However, during one night at couples therapy, the therapist is able to hypnotize Peter and put him into a nice, calming, relaxed state. But the therapist dies of a heart attack right when Peter gets into the deepest stage and is able to continue on with his life carefree and not giving two shits about anything job related. And because of this no carefree attitude, management consultants see his attitude at work and they give him a promotion while they lay off a couple of people in the office, a couple of his friends actually. So he eventually comes around to wanting to take a stand and to do something about it, so they try to rip off the company, but the software, the virus that they upload is not programmed exactly right, so they end up stealing a lot of money right away, making it very obvious. I'm not going to give out the whole thing, even though I'm pretty sure everyone in the world has seen this movie at one stage in your life. If any of you have ever had cable, or if you've ever turned on Comedy Central, most likely you have seen this movie before. I would assume that there's actually some type of mandate at Comedy Central where the movie Office Space needs to be played in full at least once a week, if not an entire day with a whole entire marathon like on Saturday or Sunday. I have seen this movie so many times, and growing up, even when I was a kid, when I was outside of the workforce, I thought things that were being said and the situations that these characters found themselves in were a little far-fetched, but were still hilarious. Now that I'm in my 30s and I'm actually working an office job, I can tell you that everything that happens in this film happens in an office setting. How these people feel is kind of how I feel at work, and I'm not the only one. This movie is so relatable. It is so universal for anyone out there that has had an office job. This is the perfect film for you. It's cathartic. It gives you an avenue to see what you feel and how you feel going to work and hearing the exact same things, people next to you saying the exact same things on the phone, and having just hearing it once get into your ear and drive you freaking crazy. Hearing all of those things in the office, it's all torture. It's all freaking torture. And here it is in a comedic satire, and it's brilliant. This movie is freaking brilliant. The 8 different bosses coming by to coach Peter on a small little mistake that he's done, and even though he's actually corrected it and made it better after the first person talked to him, the fact that 7 other people need to come over and be like, hey, yeah, that's great. See, we're putting new cover sheets on TPS reports. Why does that fucking matter? It doesn't, because none of you read them anyway. But we're doing this thing because corporate, someone higher up than us, says, hey, we need to be doing this. They made a decision. They get a nice little bonus at the end of the year. So that's why we're implementing this new decision. Oh my god. I love this movie so much, and it's just making me think about my job, and it's just like, oh god. Son of a bitch. Ron Livingston gets it. I would assume that he has had an office job before, and the tenseness that you see with him in the beginning, you can see, like, the stick up his ass. His shoulders are so close to his ears. He's constantly tensed. He's constantly has anxiety. He's constantly irritated. And then to see him fully in a relaxed state, you see his shoulders, his body posture completely change. His shoulders just drop. They are so far away from his ears. He's not up like this. He's totally relaxed. He's great. He knows exactly what he's doing here, and he knows this environment that his character is living in. David Herman has a great little bit who plays Michael Bolton, and yes, it's the exact same spelling as the pop artist, but no, even though his name is the same, he is not related to Michael Bolton, the pop singer. Wouldn't that be stupid if two people in a family named their sons the same exact fucking name? Why does everyone keep asking Michael Bolton if he's related to Michael Bolton? I feel his freaking pain, man. These characters dealing with the shitty fax machine, with all of the terrible office dialogue. Looks like somebody has a case of the Mondays. Teamwork makes the dream work. Side note, if anyone does say that to you at your job, please punch them in the face, because they frickin' deserve it. It's like the next door neighbor Lawrence in this movie when Peter asks him, does anyone tell you, like, at your construction job, does anyone say to you, like, oh, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays? No, man. No, Peter, man. Shit, no, Peter, man. I believe you get your ass kicked for saying something like that. That's what needs to happen. All of the business lingo and the delivery from your bosses and the situation with them hiring in a consultant. My business that I work with actually just did that last year. They brought in this outside entity to look and see about the efficiencies of the department and see how we can improve the efficiencies. It's exactly what these consultants are doing. The two Bobs are doing coming in here. It's just so freaking relatable. There's not a terrible thing about this movie. It's simple. The music, or lack of music, is very simple, but the use of hip-hop in here, I think, makes these very nerdy white men feel very gangster with what they end up doing, trying to do the whole Superman 3 thing. And then, of course, mumbling Milton with his stapler and being forced to move his desk so many times. It's a great character. It's a great performance. All of these people are so genuine in their performance. This script is genuine. This film is so genuine. It's a hilarious comedy. If any of you have ever worked in an office setting, if you're currently working in an office setting, you probably feel the pain of at least one of these characters in one of these situations that they find themselves in. I love this movie so much. It is one of the greatest comedies ever, and it just hits me so emotionally now that I'm in my 30s and I'm living out what these characters are living out. I mean, if I'm gonna give a perfect score to any film, it has to be this one. So of course, I'm gonna give Office Space 5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I think I see blue. He looks glorious.
So guys, if you've seen Office Space, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell to see you the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.